you have that time and space to make the decision to try something else. Welcome back to another week's video, the place for creators to learn all things monetization, blogging tips, growing your creative business, and helping you to do the very thing that you love unapologetically. In today's video, I am going to be speaking to you guys about the transition that you must go through from employee to entrepreneur. Perfect timing with you guys into the new year. A lot of you are thinking about making that big leap from your corporate job. You're going back and forth between side hustle, entrepreneurship, working your job. So today's video, I just want to give you some insight, some similarities between the two, just to give you information if you wanted to take that jump, to prepare you to do so. So let's talk about it. So this video is really not like a job bashing and entrepreneur is the best thing out there. I'm not talking about that in this video. I simply just want to give you the similarities between the two, like I stated, and also to position you to let you know how being an employee can benefit you as an entrepreneur, so that you can see what you're doing is not all in vain and that it can be applied to business in the business world. So the first way that being an employee can benefit you as an entrepreneur is the skill sets. So when you get hired for the job, on your resume, you're filling out the application, besides the job description, what's listed in the qualifications. They want to know what skill sets that you have. So this would definitely benefit you as an entrepreneur, because the skill sets that you obtain on your job, you can also use in the entrepreneurship world. So let's just say you have good communication skills, you're good at problem solving, you're good at decision making, maybe you're good at negotiating, maybe you're good at managing, whatever, writing, coming up with things. All of those are skills, guys. So when you're on your job, don't just think, oh, all of this is, I'm not going to use this ever again. Like how you would do when you're in school and you're getting your degree, and like when you're in school, you're like, I'm not going to use this ever again. It's always something that you can take with you, right? So think of it that way when you're on your job and you're learning all these things, and especially when you're doing the mundane tasks, when you're doing the daily routine, you're like over it. It can definitely benefit you in the long run, especially when you're transitioning into being a business owner. So those little tasks, those little skills, those little boring job description that you call it, it can definitely benefit you when you're an entrepreneur. So let's just say you are good at communicating and you lead the team meeting on your job, or your boss always tell you, yeah, you got great communication skills. I love how you put that. I love how you word that. How would that work for you as an entrepreneur? That will work for you in social media when you're creating your content. That will work for you when you have your own team and you're communicating and delegating your team. That will work for you to know how to hire people, how to fire people. You see where I'm going? So it's very, very crucial and important for you to know that skills don't go unnoticed. Like, you could take skills wherever you go, and like they say, the skills pay the bills. So don't downplay your skills, and know that you can always progress and they can move along with you as you continue to grow from employee to entrepreneur. Another way that being an employee benefits you as an entrepreneur is, while you're on your job, use your job as an investor. And you probably heard this before. Use your job as an investor. So as you are growing your business, or you're trying to figure out what to do, what side hustle to take it to business level, use your job as that stability resource right now to do trial and error, right? So you can use your job as an investor for the funds that you want to invest in courses, and the funds to invest in programs and conferences and webinars, just to expand your knowledge and grow your knowledge. And also you want to use your job as an investor so that you can do your trial and error. So if you decide on a business model that you didn't like, right, and you're like, man, that's not really for me, I don't really want to do this, you have that time and space to make the decision to try something else. So that's what I mean by using your job as an investor, monetary wise and decision making wise. Before you make that leap, before you make that step, get serious and focus. Get your focus, get serious on the things that you want to do and try it out before making that big leap. Try it out before saying, hey, I'm going all in all with this. And being on your job is allowing you to do that because you have that space to do so. So you still working, you still getting your weekly or bi-weekly checks, you're still taking care of your household, you still have that stability, but at the same time, you still have that outlet to try different things, different business models, different investments, or what you want to make for your business leap, so that you're not just in the unknown. And you're learning all that you need to learn now while you're on the job. Like I said, with the skill sets, you're learning time management. You're learning how to be an employee so that you can be an employee for your own business. You're learning the ins and outs. You're learning so much on the job. It's so much that you face day to day that you can take into entrepreneurship. So you want to be patient in that scene, in that space, to gain everything that you need, so that when you are ready to go, you're ready to transition. You're like, man, I'm well equipped. I'm ready for this, right? So use your job as an investor in all aspects, not just monetary, but for your knowledge, for the stability, just to gain that clarity and that focus. Question for you, for the ones who are thinking about transitioning to entrepreneurship, what are some things that you are working on currently that's going to help you make that big leap this year? Share below. I would love to hear your feedback. The last final way to help you transition from employee to entrepreneur is mindset. So like I said, I wasn't coming on here to bash any jobs and to make entrepreneurship like the best thing ever, but you have to think like a business owner. You have to think like an entrepreneur, and it takes time, guys. And I always share my journey. I love to share my journey like on social media, like I'm back to square one, I'm starting over again, because you just don't know what lies ahead when you make that leap, right? And no, I haven't fully made the leap yet. I am still a corporate professional myself, but I'm working on getting to that leap. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because I learned a lot of things. I am still learning a lot of things as an employee and how it's going to help me in my transition. So I wanted to share with you guys. So mindset is definitely everything, and mindset can self-sabotage you if you let it. You can have the imposter syndrome. You can say, oh, it's not for me, I'm going to be stuck here forever. But you have to think about, like, entrepreneurship is not the end all be all. If you hate your job, it's not the end all be all. If you want to just try something different, like, you have to really want to do this thing. And with being an entrepreneur, you don't have to be a full-time entrepreneur. So don't let people tell you that. You can definitely be a part-time entrepreneur. You can still keep your job. You can have a side hustle. So all those things are great. So don't think that you have to be full entrepreneur. You have to be full making millions. You have to be full 6 figures at the gate. You don't. Totally make it work for you guys. And I always say that whatever I am giving and talking about, I always say find what works for you. So if your mindset is, I do want to do this full time, I have this business model that I want to follow, I've been thinking about it a long time, I'm just scared to make the jump. Maybe you need to get your mindset better. Maybe you need to read more books. You may need to get more knowledge, more insight. Maybe you need a business mentor or a business coach. So you just want to think about those things before making the next step. Maybe you have a plan. Maybe you don't have a plan. Maybe you need a plan. Maybe you need strategy. So all that comes in play with mindset. You want to get your mind in a space where you're able to make that transition, because when you make the transition, you're out. You're not an employee anymore. You call the shots. You run the shots. You run everything. You are the responsible person. So you don't have a boss under you telling you what daily tasks to do, what you need to focus on. You don't have a schedule given out to you. You have to control all of that. So are you ready to make those kind of decisions for yourself? Do you trust yourself to make those decisions? Are you productive enough to make those decisions? Are you lazy? Are you a go-getter? Are you a hustler? Are you just let people dictate to you what to do and how to do? So you have to get in that mindset of, I'm calling the shots. This is my business. I'm responsible for the food that I put in my mouth. I'm responsible for the food that I put on the table, the shelter over my head. I have to bring in the income. I have to produce in order to gain the income. So you have to get in that whole mindset. So being a business owner is not easy as they put on Instagram and social media. So you have to really think about, is this something that you want to do? And developing and determining your mindset definitely helps do that. If you need assistance with learning how to go from idea to income, if you need some strategy, if you need some structure, you can work with me one-on-one or in a group setting. I'm going to post the link below. Find out how you can work with me in my coaching program, and we can strategize and come up with different ideas to help you go from idea to income so that you can position yourself to do the side hustle or business you're called to do. And to be honest, like in the beginning when I was like, oh, I hate my job, I want to be an entrepreneur, I was like that too. Like I didn't realize like how much you learn as an employee and how it can take you to the entrepreneur space, because it is work involved and a lot of people don't show the work or tell you about the work. It's a lot of failures, it's a lot of uncertainty. So it's like you have to know, every decision is not going to be perfect and everything is not going to be perfect along your journey. So you have to be okay with those failures. You have to be okay with, man, I didn't hit my income goal this month. Oh, I'm short of a staff member. Someone just quit on me. Now I got to find a replacement. Oh, my orders didn't come in on time. Oh, my orders are delayed. Oh, my shipment hasn't arrived. Like all kinds of things happen. And then the day-to-day operations of building a business. But it's like when you're an employee, you learn all the tasks and the problem solving, and you think, oh, I won't have to deal with this once I get over there. But once you get over there, it is more of that you went through on there. It's more on this side because you're handling it all and you're faced with it all, and you are the decision maker. You are the CEO. You have to say what goes. You have to make the control operations, control the big picture for yourself, and when you have a team and staff and so forth. So don't run over here just because it looks a certain way. Stay over here, learn, progress, get your clear focus on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Learn the necessary skill sets, use your job as an investor, grow that mindset, then take the step over here. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. I hope you got a little insight and better clarity today with how to transition from an employee to an entrepreneur and the benefits of it all while you're an employee before you make that next step to entrepreneurship. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified as I put out new videos every single Monday. Like this video and share it with your friends so they can gain value as well. And check out my videos below, helping you to build your creative business, doing everything that you love, and enhancing your monetization skills. Talk to you guys soon, and I will see you next week.